So,
So, hi Kaushaki, a very good
hi,
evening.
Rabia. Good evening to you, Rabia Bhatia, and it's nice to have you today. And I think our topic today is conflicts to collaboration. So, what do you think about
Absolutely.
that?
All right. So, Kaushaki, what I feel. Mm, for me, I prefer collaboration, but at the
Okay.
same point of time, what I feel that the two minds they're separate. Two people are separate. Two minds work separately. They can't think they can't think similar things,
Mm-hmm.
and due to which, for example, I'll just give you an example. We are all professionals, and we work with the different kind of colleagues. We work in a office atmosphere where there are a number of people coming from different areas, different surroundings, different environments, and at the same point of time there are different positions in the office.
Right.
One is a manager, one is a HOD of the department, one is a accounts funds from the accounts department, the other one is from the administration department. So they can't think the same in the similar way, and
Right.
when they can't think in a similar way, obviously they will get into conflicts also, and when they will
Mm-hmm.
get into conflicts, for sure the problems will arise in the offices, the problems will arise in their work, the work gets affected, the relationships get affected, the mental peace gets affected. So I would like to ask you the same question. First of all, thank you so much for being here with me on this platform today.
My pleasure.
I'll just share the same something with you. I'm so excited today because this is my first FB live session and YouTube live
Yay.
session on my own studio channel, and it's an online platform. It's a venture
Right.
web platform. It has been created thinking the difficulties that we
Mm-hmm.
all had faced during the last year, whether it comes to the education sector, whether it comes to corporate sector, whether it comes to the freelancers, teachers, trainers. So a lot of people have faced this problem during the lockdown. People have gone unemployed, and
Exactly.
schools, yes, they're still not opened. So this my online venture is going to cater to the education sector, going to help the
That's
freelancers,
great.
going to collaborate with the corporate sector, we're going to
Wow.
collaborate with the universities, keeping in mind their recruitment, their branding and PR, their trainings, kids' activities at school, as well as the kids who are looking forward towards choosing their careers going forward. For example, the students of 11th and 12th. So they would be
Mm-hmm.
looking forward towards the universities, which university to find, choose which field to choose. So it my venture will have a lot of things in place so that the students and the parents don't have to run around. And going forward, I'll be collaborating with the corporate sector as well, so that there should
Wow.
be direct placement for the students in those corporates. So this is all
That's so
about my
cool.
venture.
That's very nice, Rabia. And as
Thank
you have
you.
told me that collaboration, you support collaboration. But over the past year, I have learned that being successful in any organization require like there are conflicts, and then out of that collaboration arises. Because I've seen there are a lot of barriers when we talk about collaboration. So, what's your thought about that? Like, what barriers we feel like we today we are conducting this webinar. You are supporting your organization, I'm supporting my organization. We are coming together to show that when we come together the things work better. But there were barriers, like in initial time we were not getting together, we had conflicts. You were showing your organization better, and I was preparing for my organization to to promote myself. So how come we can collaborate and get together, and what barriers we face? What's your say on that?
Right, Kaushiki, very well said. See, at the end of the day, what I feel, now you talk about the conflict part and you
Mhm.
talk about the
Right.
promotion part. Obviously, you will want your organization to promote. Will want my organization to promote, and I will, for sure, I will highlight that my organization is better than yours. So maybe
Right.
my organization is better than yours. I still feel
Uh-huh.
the same, that my organization is better than yours.
So you are
Now
coming on a
you,
conflict part, right?
for sure, my organization
Okay.
is for sure going to be the best one. That is what I feel. So
Mhm.
how can you be so sure that your organization will be better than me, is better than mine? You have to prove
See,
that.
yeah, I will definitely prove that, because when we talk about collaboration, first of all, I would like to know, like, what do you mean by collaboration here? Because before talking about conflicts, I will love to know, like, what do you mean by conflicts? What do you mean by collaboration? Because everyone have their criteria of thinking, like conflicts on what part we are different. So,
Right.
what do you think? Like, we were differ in the initial time, and now we are getting into, the same idea, the same perspective, we are thinking together, like to work together. So what was the conflict part you focus on?
Okay, so conflict in thinking process, conflict
Mm-hmm.
in the way of working process, conflict
Mm-hmm.
in the mode of working process. For example,
Mm-hmm.
you might like working offline. I like working online. So these are the two
Okay.
different so the two different points, right? We are different from each other on these 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Now, collaboration. When we collaborate, when we think similar, or
Mm-hmm.
when we come to the conclusion something related to a win-win situation, that is something called collaboration,
Right.
wherein you are also right and you feel that I am also right. So that is something collaborate, to work in a collaboration. And truly speaking, Kaushiki, till the time we won't think similar, we can, of course we can't think similar. We are different people, we have different unique talents, separate talents, uniqueness in our own ideas. But when we combine those ideas, when we combine those talents, think about the scenario that will come out something out of the box and will be more creative in a way that yes, now when we collaborate with each other, when our organizations are collaborated, the society can have much more benefits rather than benefits only from one, my own organization or organize from your organization. They are two different organizations when we are not collaborated. So people
Right.
have to run here, people have to run there. But when we are working together in one collaborated mode, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक छत के नीचे दो लोग बैठे हैं और कुछ ऐसा निकालते हैं जिससे लोगों को इधर उधर भागना नहीं पड़ता है,
नहीं
एंड
पड़ता.
कमिंग टू अस, दिस इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड कोलैबोरेशन. So when we collaborate with each other, it would be a win-win situation for both of us. It would be more beneficial. It will be more productive as well. Because जब एक इंसान दूसरे के साथ जुड़ता है तो वो हमने, यू माइट हैव हर्ड इन हिंदी फ्रेज, एक
Right.
और एक 11 होते हैं,
एक एक
राइट?
11
तो
होते हैं,
जब
राइट.
दो लोग मिलके साथ में काम करते हैं, सोचो ज्यादा डबल काम हो जाएगा, सो प्रोडक्टिविटी
Right.
बिकम्स
The
हाई.
sharing of ideas become, the ideas become so well prepared, और
यस,
information इतनी ज़्यादा exchange होती है उस level पे, that we can work together and bring something more.
absolutely, we can bring out on the table for something more, and especially for the society can benefit a lot when two
Right,
people
right.
work together, two
Even I'm
organizations are
learning, Rabia,
collaborated.
like, the causes of conflicts I found was that the skill level was not same. जब मेरे को काफी ऑफर और भी आए थे, लाइक द थिंग्स मैटर वो, लाइक उनका जो स्किल लेवल था वो सेम लेवल पे नहीं था, तो वो मैचिंग नहीं हो पाई. बट व्हेन वी गॉट टू दैट लेवल कि हाँ, हमें भी उनके एक स्टेट ऑफ
Yes,
बैलेंस पे आना है, देन we can collaborate. So there are things जहाँ पे हमारे को ऐसा environment बनाना पड़ता है जहाँ पे internal and external, both the parties are satisfied, and we come to the
satisfied.
ethics and values together. So I believe that.
Absolutely.
Right.
करेक्ट,
I
वेरी राइट
believe that.
कौशिकी. वही होता है ना कि हम लोग स्टेट ऑफ माइंड, वी टू पीपल एज आई सेड, वी आर डिफरेंट, राइट? वी थिंक
Right.
डिफरेंटली. तो हमारा जो स्टेट ऑफ माइंड है वो भी तो अलग है ना. बट इफ वी आर इन द कंफ्लिक्ट मोड, तो हम वो
Mm-hmm.
कभी सोचेंगे नहीं दैट वी शुड वर्क टुगेदर और वी शुड कोलैबोरेट, या बैठ
Collaborate.
के एक कॉन्वर्सेशन कर ले. वी शुड टॉक टू ईच अदर, वी शुड have a dialogue with each other, that what is that disturbing you, or what is that disturbing me, or something you are not doing right, So let's have a conversation and let's make it more workable
More
solution,
workable.
right?
Right.
So this is what is called a dialogue part, a conversation part. When you
Mm-hmm.
talk to each other, instead of going ahead with that conflict mode, it will not give you anything. वो एक
True.
mental peace effect होती जाएगी, your work gets affected, your productivity goes low, the growth of the organization doesn't becomes low. So at the same point of time, the most important factor, the relationships gets destroyed. So
Right.
right,
Right.
and I think the lockdown we have learned a lot that the relationships that is bonding makes a huge impact on the businesses, on the relationships, be it a professional or be it personal
Right.
relationships.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
agar if I can't think like you, I have to think from your point of view. I can't think
Right.
like, right, but
Right. Right.
I have to understand at least your point of
Right.
view, right?
And I
If we
think
do
that is
not,
more of a soft skill nowadays. That teamwork, without teamwork, we can't access any information anywhere in any organization, whether it's
absolutely.
like professional or whether it's like we are working on the humanity purposes. Also, we can't work anywhere without a teamwork. Even I am learning that day by day. And today, being with you on this platform, I think it's more of a collaboration thing. I'm learning, so that's better.
Wonderfully said. Now let's come to the student's point of view now.
Hmm.
We have the NAP talks about the 21st century skills, right? That four C's
Right.
of 21st century skills. And
Right.
what are those forces? Collaboration, compassion, creative thinking, and critical analysis.
Critical
Creativity and
analysis.
critical
Right.
thinking, right?
Right.
So
Right.
now when these four C's are coming into picture, so it's a team bonding, it's a teamwork when where
Right.
we are giving the project based learning projects to the students to work in
Hmm.
projects, to work in teams. Why? So that they can understand the real meaning of collaboration. Till the
Right.
time they have conflicts amongst themselves, because students they also fight in the class, right? When they fight
Right.
in the class, obviously एक टीम अच्छा करेगी दूसरी टीम अच्छा नहीं करेगी, एक
दूसरी
स्टूडेंट अच्छा
that
करेगा
debate
दूसरा
is
स्टूडेंट
required. That debate is
डिबेट इज
required.
रिक्वायर्ड.
Right.
फिर वही एक कंपटीशन लेवल आ जाएगा. So when
Right.
there's a competition level, forget about that competition, come to the collaboration. Better
Right.
points to collaborate and let's grow together. So
Right.
forces will come into picture only when the all the students will work in
Right.
a team. So that
Collective
is
movement.
where
There is a collective
collective
movement. Right.
collective
Right.
movement, और तभी वो क्रिएटिविटी बनती है because so many students are there, so many creative minds are working towards one
Mm-hmm.
project. And critical thinking, because they think critically, all of them starts thinking critically that how to give the best shot,
Best.
how to
Right.
make
Best
their
one.
project the best one. So वो
Even I have learned,
competitive mode.
Rabia, I have even learned that network collaboration is also required. Like in today's world, during lockdown, the network connections through LinkedIn, through people, and through sharing the contacts, I've learned that that is also a part of collaboration. What's your say on that?
Okay, very, you have touched the actually point which was coming into my mind till
Okay.
yesterday.
Mhm.
I have seen Kaushaki, I think 1 month ago, if you talk about the scenario 1 month ago, we were all wanted to work in a collaboration mode. But
Right.
now I think this is what my feeling, maybe I could be wrong also.
Hmm. Hmm.
There are people who have started doing whatever they are doing in a competitive mode. Actually, they have
Exactly.
become
Exactly.
competitive. They think it's a
Hmm.
competition to be the best, to show on LinkedIn, to be the best on LinkedIn.
Best one.
But they are forgetting that point, the main point, that if there is a competition, of course, that is nowhere, we are not going to go anywhere.
Right.
Competition will not lead us anywhere. And if we
Right.
work in a collaboration, we work together,
Hmm.
everybody will grow. Everybody will grow.
Right. Right.
So I
Right.
think this is what we have to think, this is what we have to understand, that times have gone where the competition was required. Now the times are there when you have to work together, when you have to grow together, work together, unite hands, and that is how you'll be able to get something,
The best
be
outcome.
best of it, and you will be
Right.
successful.
Right. We need
So
that open mindedness for the people, that the
yes,
competition is not the outcome for the better results, but when we collaborate, when we come together, when we unite together, hands in hand, then we are doing something, that is called a collective movement, that is called a
correct.
innovation. I think that is a more of an
Innovation.
innovation. Right.
Absolutely. So now what me and you have did today, though there
Right.
were many sessions going on,
Right.
but what we thought about that, let's do something different from other people,
Right. Right.
right? अगर हम उसी को लेते जाएंगे कि नहीं लेट्स डू इट ऑन माय फेसबुक और योर यूट्यूब,
Right.
फिर वो एक
Right.
कंफ्लिक्ट हो जा जाएगा। नहीं,
Conflicts are
आई
there.
विल डू इट ऑन फेस आई विल डू इट ऑन
That's
माय
my
फेसबुक।
call. That's my
नो
call. Right.
that's my pace, no
Today
that's
even
my
we
pace।
decided like that. I was like, okay, like this is something we want to do. We don't want to highlight all organizations or all perspective, but yes, we want to highlight something more, that people can come together and have that organize and adaptability mode of working for the better results.
Together,
Yeah.
obviously. I mean, you understood my point of view, I understood your point of view, and you said that you were okay with that, that किसी के भी page पे हो जाए, let's do
Hmm.
it, but because we have to do it, because of the fact
Right.
our objective is very clear, that we have to make people understand, we have to make students understand, we have to make professionals understand, and
Right.
the young, especially the young entrepreneurs are in the competitive mode. That my organization will be the best, my startup venture will should be the best and is the best. I have to prove that, you
Right.
know, I am trying to understand, I'm trying to focus here that you do not have to compete with anybody else, compete with yourself.
Yourself.
Be a
Right. That's
it's better to become a better person every day. There is no competition between me and you,
exactly.
there is no competition. You are
No
you, I am me.
competition. Right. 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 I learned so many things, Rabia, from you. Like before, like that was a time. There was a time like I see you as my competitor. To be true, on LinkedIn when you post your things, I was like, okay, she's doing better than me, so I have to do something like that. But once I come to know, we exchange the ideas, and then I know you as a person, and that human to human connection. So it was better to know you and get things more. And now we are at a platform where we are sharing the things together. So, do
Yeah.
you feel the same thing? Do you have the same conflict mood with me when you saw my profiles or things? So, I
To
just
be
want to
honest,
know that. Like, that's
not
something
at all.
curious about me.
To, no, no. Koshki, to be honest, for me, I was actually admiring your work because
Okay.
there's something you are doing it actually for the humanity, and there's something called humanitarian that shows under your profile as well, which
Hmm.
actually used to inspire me. That's if some she can do, why can't I do? And if I
Right.
can do, let me take more people along with me and let's work together to for see as now I'll give you an example. I'll just share this idea with you.
Hmm.
uh, I mean, we started talking, we started having a dialogue, and we came to the conclusion that let's have a session together because
Yes.
that is the best way to exchange your views and
Hmm.
sharing our knowledge and our skills with the rest of the world as well.
Rest of the world.
So, in the same with respect to the same objective, what I started doing, I started doing the sessions with the principals also. Because
Okay.
why? I'll tell you. Students, they were having online classes. Students, they were having online activities. Teachers,
Right.
they were also having lot of trainings basically. But where was principals? Principals were not
Right.
there.
You were missing. Right. Yeah.
Right? So, principals, somebody, we forgot about the principle that they are also humans, right?
Right.
So, what I did, I came with the idea of doing a Bollywood quiz show for the principals. Then I started hosting sessions on different platforms for the principals. Actually, you know, this lockdown, for sure, people have lost their job. Money was the most important criteria, which we
Hmm.
actually had a huge loss for the
Yes.
entire
We
world.
face the
Actually,
problem. Right.
yes, but at the same point of time, we were all in the state of mind that we have to learn it and we have to fight it across, right?
Right.
If
Right.
तो हम वो एक जो होता है ना कि ओवरकम करना है
अंदर से राइट,
सिचुएशन
हाँ राइट, वो एक अंदर से
एंड
कॉल होता है कि वी हैव टू डू इट, वी हैव टू डू
we
इट,
have
राइट.
to do it. So everybody came together on this platform, on the online platform, on the digital world, on this digital platform, and they started doing the exchange of ideas. They started sharing their knowledge. For example, I'll just name few of the principles. And I would love to name those principles because I've learned a lot from them. I'm still learning from
Wow.
them. Dr.
Definitely,
Ruby
definitely.
Bakshi, Dr. Ruby
Yeah, she
Bakshi
is
is
my
one of them.
favorite. I love her too. She's my,
Amazing
mentor.
personality.
Amazing person. Right.
Amazing personality, so down to earth person, and so knowledgeable. I mean, every day you can learn something new from her.
I still
This
remember, Rabia, when I started my work towards humanity and social work. She was the one who messaged me. She texted me on LinkedIn that you are going to rock it. You are going to do better day by day. Just be in line, do your work, and don't get disturbed by external environment. Just do whatever you feel like. So she supported me that time when I was nothing. Like I was doing nothing, and I was like, why she's saying all these words, why she's supporting me. Now I realize that I have that caliber, and maybe she has seen that spark in me, or she wanted me to do something better. And till date I saw her as my mentor, and I respect her a lot. So she's the best person I know.
wonderful. So I think she's such a genuine mentor. I must tell you, it's a genuine personality that she will always help you. She will always support you. The
Right.
other principal I would like to share, Dr. Seema Negi,
Okay,
amazing
yeah, I
principal.
yes, yes, I
The
know her.
She's a
Right.
director principal for Sanjeevani Group of Schools from Mumbai, and seriously, Kaushiki, since the time I've started connecting with her, though we were connected on LinkedIn for a very long
Mm-hmm.
time, but
Right.
thanks to lockdown, that we started collaborating.
Right.
She started exchanging her ideas, her knowledge with everybody, actually, each one of us
Wow.
actually, and such a beautiful soul and such a down to earth personality. I salute to her, Dr. Seema
Yes.
Negi and Dr. Ruby Bakshi.
Ruby Bakshi. Right.
These two personalities I really admire, and yes, I'm still learning from them. So what happened in these with these people? Actually, there are other
Mm-hmm.
on the then there is a person, you wonderful personality. I'll just name it. Her name is Renuka Sood, Miss Renuka Sood,
Really? Okay.
and she is the director with SPA India, Sports Association
Okay.
of India.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, another beautiful soul who will
Is it?
always support you, who will always
Okay.
mentor you, and who will
I will
always be
definitely
there.
love to know her more. Like know her ideas, know her views about.
Yes,
Like definitely contact. Like I would love you contact me with her anyhow. Do that. That's
I
your
will.
work today.
Sure, sure. So I mean, that is what I'm saying. Ki till the time we don't collaborate, we would not have collaborated with such people. We would not have learned anything,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, as a result of now, if I tell you, Kaushiki, I am, if I say that I don't like this session, you're not talking, you're not sharing any ideas with me, that means there
Right.
is something, some
Disconnect. Disconnection
disconnect,
between us.
right?
Right.
And for sure, our session will go. How can our session be
Right.
going good? You tell me. So all right, so Kaushiki, you tell me if you admire any of your mentors, if there is any mentor or you admire any person, you
Right.
would like to share their names. We would love to hear from you as well, because
Of course.
maybe other people who are watching us, the other audience, they can also benefit out from them,
Right.
they can also
Definitely.
learn from them.
Definitely. I like in my life, I admire Dr. Raju, Anthony Raju, sir. He is an chairman for National Council News and Broadcasting and All India Council for Human Rights, Liberties and Social Justice. And he have supported me a lot. He have told me so many things that are required to be a good human, first of all. And in collaboration, he have given me so many ideas how to, promote yourself, how to put yourself, how to keep your information, how to share the information, and how to help the other person when he is doing, he needs you, he needs your help. So one thing I believe he have told me, and I do till date, is that whenever someone require any contact, any information, or anything, any help, and even I have done that platform, taken that action before. So I believe to help them. People keep the things to themselves, they are like, okay, I have this information, I don't want to share that, I don't want to reveal or disclose that. So I think disclosing your information makes you better person. So that one thing I learned from him, and I believe that that is one thing that make me collaborate and do the sessions with a lot of people today, and knowing the people, and people are coming to me for asking me things, asking me how you come to this platform, how you joined with this organization, how you are doing these kind of things, how you're taking the live sessions. So I believe that helping other is one part of collaboration, which I learned from my mentor, Dr. Anthony sir. So I respect him a lot, and even Dr. Ruby Bakshi, like you have already told about her. So she's a best person I know till date, and there are many more. Malvika, she's from the Krishma venture, that Mon Pokila. So I have taken the session with her also, and she's a great personality, great person, great human, and she have even told me many things, how to work online, how even I don't know how to assess the online sessions. So she have guided me so much on phone call. So there are many people who these are the part of collaboration. When we talk about collaboration, it doesn't mean that giving all the information or putting money or monetary basis or something, but collaboration means giving your idea, giving your perspective, giving what information, what knowledge you have, sharing that. That is more of a call. And today, like working with you, even you have given me so many admiring ideas, I think, and so many platforms that require, as a person, require to come forward and help the humanity. So I believe collaboration doesn't mean one time job, but it is a long time job of relationships, where we have to keep the relationship together and bound together and respect together. The respect is the must thing in collaboration, right?
Respect is must, as well as understanding point the other point of others point of view as well is very important. You'll have to listen to them instead of just going on and talking, because there is a
Right,
time you don't listen, you don't acknowledge the things, you will not be able to understand the other person's point of view, and you
right.
will not be able to think alike and come to the win-win situation. So
Win-win
as
situation,
I
exactly.
just, for example, I'll just share another example with you, or let's understand one more thing, Kaushaki. Okay, take a scenario wherein we suppose we work together, our
Mm-hmm.
organizations unite together, we collaborate,
Okay.
but due to some reasons we are not able to think alike, or we are not able to
On the
uh,
same page, right?
yeah, we're not on the same page. What will you do in this situation? I would like to understand
Okay.
from you.
First of all, Rabia, I would love to listen you, and that listening should be active listening. Like I will not be like, okay, I'm listening you, but that is more of a hearing. I would love to listen to your problems, your conflict mode, what you are facing, the barriers, what barriers you feel like I'm not able to understand you. So I will take that as a understanding. I will understand them, like what I'm missing first of all, and then I will come to a point where I would love to you to write down that points, what conflicts we are facing, what things we are facing, we are not alike together. And I think any big problem, like the biggest problems can be solved on table. So communication can be there, we can communicate together, we can work on the conflict things, what problems we are facing, and without that harsh feeling, and like why you are putting your things around, I'm not putting my things around. I think both the ideas should be given the same respect. Every idea should be provided the same area of respect for putting the forward. So that active listening would be my first point, and second would be discussion. That could solve any big problem. I think in this world, even the biggest problems are solved on table. So why can't we?
Absolutely, very rightly said, Kashiki. Active listening is very important. So, when it comes to work in the collaboration mode, the four most important things are active listening, then
Right.
giving a discussion, one-on-one discussion, do a one-on-one discussion, so that whatever conflict mode, or whatever the points you have the conflicts on, you can think over it, you can ponder over those points and start thinking how to resolve those issues. Till the
Right.
time we don't have a, for that matter, Kaushiki, we'll have to talk to each other,
Talk
right?
to each
The
other. Right.
talking is very important. If you are
That
not
is,
talking,
talking is required in any place, like professional relationship, anything. Like without, in relationship
absolutely.
also, without talk we can't solve problems. We are like, even we are competing in the relationship also nowadays. I've seen that people are taking the decisions so fast, like they are nothing to do with, like, we can talk, we can resolve them. So talking, as you mentioned, that is the biggest point in any collaboration or any building the relationship, anything, professional relationship or organizational or whatever we are doing today. So I think talking is biggest point of any thing to conquer.
Very important. For example, now I have seen people leaving the organizations because of these conflicts amongst the colleagues actually. And what the HR does, being an HR, I'm an HR professional, so being an HR, what
Right.
I used to do, but still the organizations do that, they make the HR sit in the middle, a kind of mediator, and
Right.
they put the parties sit together and they try to resolve those issues, right?
Right.
So instead, what I feel, instead of taking it to the HR at the first go, first sit together and resolve it in between both of
Right.
you. So that it
Right.
should not, because the more it will, any
Come
small
out
things
together. Right.
spread like a wildfire. Any small thing,
Right.
especially in organizations, it spreads like a wildfire.
Rabia, I feel
Similar,
when we involve the third party in any discussion, like third party, the outer party in any discussion, whether professional or anything, the things get, the blunder happen. So I think that
yes,
should be maintained. The respect, again, it comes to one relationship, one to one, face to face interaction,
yes,
and the most of the respect. When we the third party come in between, the respect is somewhere missing. So the
missing.
both the party get like in the competition mode, in the conflict mode. So that
Yeah,
thing should be, yeah, being, you are being an HR, so you have been facing a lot of people coming to you in the office or wherever you work. So you have been facing that conflict mode come when you, even you want to resolve that, but somehow the ego problem, the clashes come between,
ego,
right?
yes. So
Right.
ego, the very rightly said, you have touched a very good point actually. Kaushiki, this ego thing, it doesn't only destroys the professional relationships, but it also destroys the personal relationships.
Right.
For example,
Right.
I mean, we all know that the relationship between husband and wife gets
Right.
hampered because of these
Right.
egoistic issues. The between the in-laws and the daughter-in-law, between the
Right.
in-laws and between a parent and a mother and a child. Also, at times, this ego comes in between, and if a
Yeah.
mother has said something to the child cannot take it. And for example,
Right.
especially these days, the students, the youth, the adolescents, actually they take it to the heart if their parents or their mother says something. So for, for that matter, I would like to advise the parents also to not to interfere in the child's
Interfere.
interfere
Right.
is something. Interfere and being a well-wisher, being a support person, there are two different things, right? When you keep
Right.
interfering, when you keep forcing the child, that means you are interfering in their life. So that is
Exactly.
where the conflict comes into picture, and there's
Right.
no
Right.
collaboration, right?
Everyone
But
needs
in
their space in today's world, Rabia. Everyone needs the space. I think the small child today doesn't listen to the mother. They are like, we have, or time criteria. We can't listen to you. We have this and
yes,
that kind of activity. Why you are interfering? So I've seen that nowadays the generation have changed. They are not listening to you. So keep your words very, to the point, and keep your words so sharp that they should be listened. That should be actively listened. They should not be like, okay, you have
actively,
said and we are hearing that. So
that's
keeping that respect and keeping that criteria is more important, that your words should matter.
all right. So I here would like to give an example. For that matter, when we expect something from our child that they should listen to us, we should be the role model in front of them. Uh, that means we should show them that we are also listening to our parents at this stage as well. because
right,
being a parent, we are also teachers. At the same point, we are teachers too for our kids. So to avoid that those conflicts at our own places, it's better to show them that yes, if we are doing, they will also.
they will
So
also do it, right,
you know, it is very important to follow the steps which we expect the others to do, right? Which we expect the others to follow. If they are expecting the others also to follow the same step, first we should take charge. We should be take initiative. We should take responsibility so that if we are going ahead with something and the other person will also feel that they are doing the right thing and I should follow them. Automatically, people will start following you and will not come into the conflict mode. So, as you know, before I say something with respect to conflict and collaboration, you know what I feel, be the change to bring the change,
right,
right?
right.
If you can't take the responsibility to change yourself, how can you expect the other person to change,
I think
right?
more of a taking the responsibility of your mistake is the biggest thing which counts. So taking, as you have
Absolutely.
said earlier also, that taking the responsibility, taking your things to yourself and making them, exchange on the platform, that is more of a call. So taking the responsibility of your mistake is the biggest thing I think the collaboration needs. Any collaboration
Yes.
needs, whether professional or
Any
whether the personal.
collaboration.
Right, right.
Now,
So
you know,
the
damage.
blame game disturb everything. When we come to the blame game, now that is like, okay, you have done this, I have done this, and anyhow, like in you've been facing
Absolutely.
them as an HR. So I think the blame game brings the ego and the things get harsh.
Very true. And you know, Kaushiki, I will also point, rightly you pointed out the same thing, that blame game should not be there. As I said, breathe the change, bring the taking charge of your own mistake, and being sorry if you are wrong somewhere.
Right,
Please, if you have realized that, be sorry to somebody, and it doesn't won't make you small person, because
right.
छोटा सॉरी बोलने से कोई छोटा हो नहीं जाता और
छोटा नहीं
माफी
हो
देने से
जाता.
कोई बात बहुत बड़ा नहीं हो जाएगा.
Right,
अगर
right,
when we, you know, when we avoid, when we remove these kind of egos and clashes from our mind, और दूसरा एक इंसान सॉरी बोल रहा है, दूसरा सॉरी मान रहा है, they forgive the other person, obviously वो conflict से collaboration हो ही जाएगी. It will
right.
result into
Very.
collaboration.
That clear thinking is required. That clear thinking of being sorry and saying sorry. I think that is more of a call. Ego should be kept aside, and the things of being sorry and taking the responsibility should be, given the priority on any platform, on anything we are doing. So that will make you a better
Absolutely.
person day by day.
Absolutely, very rightly said. You know, and also I would like to share something. So, Kashi, okay, can you give me some example with respect to some personal life scenario where you might have faced these things, the issues of
Yes,
conflict
of
into
course.
collaboration or collaboration.
Right.
You know, there are times कि collaboration हो, you are doing very well together, but suddenly all of a sudden एक point पे आके conflict हो जाता है वो. So how do
Conflict is
you
fine.
resolve that, or what do you as a person do?
When in 2019 I was working as a teacher in school, CBSE school. So there I started as they provided me a post of admission counselor together with as a teacher also. So that time the other colleagues, the other peer partners, they were not liking it because I was new in the department and in the discipline, and I'm getting the post, the higher to them. So they were like, she's just come upon and getting that post. So
अरे
that
God.
competition level, they started avoiding me. They started, not interacting with me. Not I was not approachable to them, and I was not able to make my social circle with them, links with them, and that is more of getting depressing day by day. The job was more of a, I was not willing to go to the job. It was like task to me. So I resolved them by, I started, what I started is I dropped them message, good morning message in the morning through WhatsApp. I started to take, cookies for them. for the evening snacks or something like that. So I started the will from my side. I started to give a better version of myself to them, so that they cannot avoid me. And that is the time comes when they were like, okay, she is good enough. You can't avoid her. She is good enough. Like, she deserves that. So that point, I have to keep my things to myself. I have to show them like you are appreciated. There is nothing like that. Maybe you someday you will be on the same post. So maybe that is my luck right time to get that post. So I think getting more approachable is the resolution to any problem, any conflict. When you become more approachable, you develop the social circle. That will should be within yourself. That call should be within yourself. So then the time comes when people are not able to avoid. So I think that is more of a
Wonderful, beautiful experience shared, Kaushiki, and very rightly, the step taken by you was so very nice. Actually, you took the responsibility of going ahead and resolving the issues between
right,
yourself and Tam, actually, so that the relationship should become stronger and they should be able to understand you and what kind of person you are. And if you are getting this kind of, appraisal or, salary hike, or you're getting, I mean, the designation, higher designation, that is because you are a good performer. That is because of your good work,
right.
and you're not
People
trying
need
to
to
make somebody.
understand that there are times when people are not able to take that easily. How come the new person come and
Yes,
most approachable, and it comes to the conflict that comes to the conflict thing. Even when we are collaborating, any person in that collaboration, in that department, in that discipline, in that teamwork, some person are they are more of a involved person in any activity. So the other person feels anyhow they have that feeling of left over. So that is
uh,
the thing going. I think the person who is getting the high is doing that approach towards that person, and
absolutely.
right, that is human to human again. That should be on the personal balance should be kept there.
Very rightly said. As a leader, it is our responsibility to go forward along with the team, and not only us. We should not lead the team, we should lead the team, but at the same
Right,
point of time we should be a part of the team, that we all are together and we have to
right,
work together. And if we are growing, it is a department that is growing, and not only me as a leader. That is the
right.
right kind of leadership skills, and it avoids conflicts. Actually, this avoids
Exactly.
conflicts, and this actually results in a collaboration, basically. So very rightly said, Kaushiki. And I think we have discussed a lot about conflicts to collaboration. And the best part is that it involves a lot of things when it comes to conflicts to collaboration. And it
Right,
results in a better productivity. It results in better relationships. Results in a better growth of the organization, better growth of a person, better growth of a department. And yes, improved relationships. And yes, collaboration helps the individual to learn more and to grow more. So very
exactly.
rightly said, Kaushiki. And I think our viewers will get lot of benefit out of it. Our students will get a lot of
Definitely,
benefit out
definitely.
of it.
And even I
And
have learned so many things, Rabia, today. Even that exposure I have not seen, while talking, so many things come out. And I was thinking, like, okay, I have done these kind of things also. And that was my personality. So, knowing your personality today, knowing my personality today, and, these things we have done a lot. So, that is
yes,
something we are appreciated about, and that's good to have done. So, thank you so much for
and
inviting me today.
not at all, Kaushiki. It was, it was. I was actually waiting, eagerly waiting for this session to happen, because first of all, as I said, it was the first session to be live on my own YouTube channel and my Facebook page, and as well as I was actually waiting something to be with you on one of the session for so long. As I said in the beginning, I really admire you and your work a lot, actually. And yes,
Let's
people.
let's shake the hand today as a
Yes,
collaborating party. Yay!
absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. And we can, we can end the session now. and I hope the viewers will love the session. It was the first session, as I said, and I would like to request you also, Kaushki, to spread out the word about my channel, about my Facebook page, so that we can have more people, we can have more viewers next time. And yes, we can work together in the collaborative mode to
Correct.
help the
Every time.
society, to help the humanity, actually. Right?
Definitely. Definitely.
So, thank you all. Thank you so much for the viewers to be with us today. And I'm happy that me and Kaushiki had this wonderful session. Stay tuned for new sessions. We will come up with the new sessions every day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.